Hi, Renee. Thanks for joining us. Glad you are. I'm just going to bring in Steve again. Glad you are joining us. Did I
There we
lose
go.
you?
Yeah, what happened was I couldn't hear you anymore. So I exited and I came back and it was just like, okay. So anyway, we're back. We're rolling.
Okay, perfect. So I left it out to the collectives. If they want to join us to come on, they're more than welcome. All they need to put in the comments is to join in with camera. But they're actually giggling with me because they're like, oh, I don't think so. I promise I am not wearing pajamas from the waist down. I am in track pants today. I am very relaxed. All right, so we can start. Hello, Renee, again, welcome. So Renee's joined us as well, so thank you for that. Please ask away. We are ready, and we'd like to move forward with any questions you might want to ask as far as anything to do. We've got both tarot cards that we'll be reading this evening. If there's a current situation that maybe you seek answers for, as long as it's providing it's not legal or medical, that's all. Okay. All right. Suzanne, you're in a comical mood this evening and you're making me giggle today. So, and
I'm just trying to, because I know there's a few people on my Instagram that wanted to watch. So I'm just trying to
okay.
put the message out there to join you on the Facebook group.
Okay, perfect. That is really too bad. You know, honestly, it would have been really good that we would have had all of them together today.
Yeah, we'll do it next time, and
yeah. You know what?
We'll go
I'll make sure I do all the technical backgrounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with Suzanne. So I think we probably even double team it at this point too. Suzanne is asking, I'm wondering about my work and finances. Been out of work for a while. Okay. So
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still shuffling. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. So do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like this year has been a very challenging year for you, Suzanne. And what's happened, it's almost like I feel you are putting some time into trying to find something. At the same time, I feel like you're maybe being more specific in what you would like. So I would like you to take some time out because it's created a lot of anxiety during this whole year. I will say this whole year. And I feel like that you're, sometimes maybe feeling comfortable to be in a certain trade lane doesn't allow you to kind of come out of your own space to be able to, dive into something new. So I want to tell you is just don't be afraid and don't put any additional anxiety on you to kind of put you on a standstill, then not allowing you to kind of put your feet forward. The understanding at this moment, I do feel the guides are just saying to me, the first quarter is going to still be the same. I want you to look into the second, third quarter, which is probably into your April, May, June. I feel that will be something coming into your space, whether it'll be part-time or full-time, but I do feel something is coming into your time at that moment. Having said that, I also feel that you are also relaxing too at the same time. So you're not heavily looking for anything at this moment. You're keeping your eyes open. if this makes a lot of sense. So financially, I feel like right now you're gliding, you're comfortable, but you need more to help keep yourself going. At the same time, I do feel you're nurturing a lot of things at home, possibly family at the same time, because I feel like this is a priority for you. And it's almost like you need to kind of release the stress and the worry of the must, then rather I am looking to receive the abundance of. And I hope that resonates. Did you want to add on to that, Steve?
Yeah, so a couple of cards came up for me, and swords and pentacles. The Ten of Swords basically in the reverse position, meaning, rest, recuperate, regenerate. So I think that adds perfectly onto what you were saying. And then the other one that came up was the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position. So these are the two cards here. Okay. And it's basically meaning the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse position, suffocating, nagging. So you may have come from an area that was suffocating and nagging for you, your previous job, or you're feeling that way now because you can't seem to find anything. But what the card is trying to tell you is the same thing that Rose was saying: rest, recuperate for now, take that time off that you need, gather the energy so that you can focus it on for later on in the year.
Yeah, beautifully said. I agree. Because it's almost like, when sometimes you get to a point where you're trying so hard and sometimes too hard, and then you
Yeah.
just feel like there's no hope, and you kind of take 10 steps back, then you put yourself into this anxiety, this stress, this pressure, this feeling of too much heaviness on you. Sometimes it's just best to surrender, let it go. Let it go. When you're not looking, then something comes along your path. And I do feel like in the second, third quarter, something will come. And
Yeah.
she'll be fine. Okay, beautiful. Rest is good, and finances won't let me go for long. I understand. But right now you are gliding and you're at that comfortable position in a sense where you're still gliding through it. But there will be a job that is coming up in second, third quarter. So hang in there for a little bit more, but don't stop, putting out the search. And I feel like there's going to be a friend that's going to help you, an actual somebody that you do know, an acquaintance or a friend that's going to say, hey, there's an opening here. So I feel like this is how you're going to be getting your feet in the door of something. Okay, beautiful.
Excellent.
Thank you for that. And she said thank you, so she's connecting to that. Either I'm not seeing messages tonight. This is really interesting. Where are they all gone? Great, so she's resonating to that. I feel like my messages are going somewhere and I'm not seeing them. That's not good.
Let's see.
Because I won't know who is. Okay. Oh.
Okay, I see Renee.
Oh.
Renee, there's a message from Renee. I would love anything from my boy tonight, as this is a hard time of year.
Okay. So I won't be doing full mediumship this evening. I have been nonstop with connecting with loved ones, and I love them so much that I go to sleep and they're there. They don't leave me. So I just feel what I'd like to say is he is referencing to something that you're holding, and I feel like you're even placing your hands over it, and it's to do with his writing of some sort, some words. And it could be something so precious, even when he was in his younger days, because I know he's a young boy. Oh, your live is not showing. So I'm getting this message. This is June. This is what's going on. Something's not right. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll
I know that I'm watching. I know that Adam is watching, so he can see you.
Okay. So, just something's not right. So I'm just going to go back to not losing thought here. So Renee, if you're still there, can you just say you're still there, please? Okay, perfect. Okay, so can you understand that you have something of your son's that, and I'm not talking about a belonging, something to do with his writing. And I almost feel what he's showing me is that you're touching it and reading it, but I feel there's a lot of tears coming down. There's something that could be when he was, I would say, even 5 to 10 years old, something he created. It could be a picture, something with words, something, I love you, mommy, something in that. Can you understand that? So I can move forward. And I feel like this is just you bringing it forward, because I feel like he is with you at the time of you looking into something that's got these beautiful words. Renee, can you understand that? You came across some of his old schoolwork. Beautiful. Thank you for that. I feel like this is something. So can you understand you holding and just reading it and just kind of going back and having that beautiful cry? I'm going to say that beautiful cry. And just knowing that the time that he made it, the excitement of him saying, look, mommy, look what I made for you, or just even finding it in the room. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Renee. So I feel like this is him just validating that during not just the holidays, because I know it's very difficult during the holidays of not having him around. He does want you to understand that he is with you in spirit form. And he is saying to tell you, it's almost like I feel like he wants you to frame something, or you yourself were thinking, why is this not framed? So take a piece of his artwork and put it into a beautiful frame. And I feel he wants it beside your bed on your night table. Okay, so this is something that he would love for you to do, unless you're already thinking of that. Can you understand this? I understand that. Turning back hands time. Absolutely. I mean, I feel like when we all lose somebody so close, it is honestly, it's a lifetime of inner deep pain. And I'm not going, I as a medium do not have that medicine. And I wish I did. But we all go through something like that. Beautiful. So she's going to do that. Thank you. Okay, so just know that he was with you at that moment while you were looking through his school artwork. And he's just sitting there going like this on the other side. So please know that his love for you is more than it's ever been. It's like pure unconditional love from the other side. Okay. And I don't know, he's just saying one more thing. I'm going to just bring it through. He's talking about something to do with cologne. Do you have something of his that smells the cologne? Like when you put it to your thing, it could be a t-shirt, a jacket, something that has this smell of, it could be cream, body cream, or perfume. Well, not perfume, but cologne, or something to do with, I feel like it's even a smell in the air. Smell in the air of his body scent. Can you understand this? Because I feel like he's walking through your home, and I feel that you feel this, you still smell his scent in his room. Thank you. Much blessings, Renee. Just know I feel like he's kind of making it even more stronger for you, so that you stop and you just look at him and say, I know you are here. And I just want to say I love you. So he's embracing you stronger at times. Beautiful. So just know that that moment he is just bringing you much love and blessings from the other side. But he says to tell you that don't be sad, mommy. Don't be sad. He says, I haven't left. He goes, I'm only on a floor above. Right? So I leave you with that message. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. Much blessings to you. And please put a chair at the table for him, as he will be joining you through the holidays. And he says, one more thing, don't forget my picture on the Christmas tree. So please make sure it's in a round ball and put his picture on there. All right. Thank you, Renee. You're very welcome, lovely. You're very welcome. Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Cheyenne. Thank you. Yes, this is the second time that I've been told about my glasses, so thank you. They're children's glasses, by the way. I'm giving up the secret. All right. Is there any questions? And I'm going to pass it over to Steve. So thank you to, so far, Renee and our lovely audience that's coming on. Is there any questions? I'm not seeing it. This is the situation I'm having here. I've never seen this in my life.
Okay. Well, while you look, maybe we'll talk about the winter solstice. How's that?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, guess what? That's today. So December 21st is the winter solstice, and it really is, this is the darkest day of the year. And starting tomorrow, we welcome back the light slowly but surely. And during the winter solstice, some of the good things to do is to take a deep dive into yourself and work into yourself. You know, work out things that you no longer need. Um, what else can I say? Let go of things, people, circumstances that don't serve you, because you don't want to bring those things into the new year. You don't want to bring them into this new light cycle.
Beautifully said. Very true. Because I feel like, you know what, a lot of us carry that heaviness, that
Yeah.
darkness, and I don't mean it in any negative way. I want to say it in a positive way, because sometimes we all get wrapped up in everyday lives, the pressure, the stress that, you know, we never have time to really actually sit back and reflect or take time out for ourselves, and it could really throw us in a loop.
Yeah,
So
and I can tell you today has not been the nicest day. Like for people around me, it's just been, you know, like someone passed away, and it's just, yeah, it's just been one struggle after the next today, I've
wow.
noticed. So hopefully after, you know, welcoming into the new cycle tomorrow, we're going to be off to a good start.
Definitely. And my condolences. I
Thank
mean, maybe
you.
maybe I can sit and channel behind the scenes for you.
There you
I
go.
would love to. Okay, so there is Cheyenne. She doesn't really have a question. I just want to know if there's anything I should know. I feel so lost right now, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Okay. Anytime you're ready, you go ahead.
Okay. So the card that came out for you was the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands, it means a couple of things. It means speed, something that's going to happen very quick. It means news, so some kind of information that you're going to get either through email or, you know, the news on TV, that kind of thing. It can also mean travel. So maybe, you know, if you're feeling a little lost right now, if you've got the ability to travel, that sometimes brings a different kind of outlook and peace in our lives. So travel could be in your near future if you're able to afford that, if you're able to have the time to do that, and so on. How about yourself,
I
Rose?
actually didn't pull cards because I was
Yeah,
looking at another message on there,
yeah.
but what you are saying, it makes complete sense to what I feel because I know her very well.
Ah, there you
So,
go.
Cheyenne, can you just comment on Steve's message for you, please? Cheyenne? Okay, I wish I could travel. Did you mention
Mm,
that? Traveling. Okay.
yeah,
All right, beautiful. And that I'm sure that will be something that will be coming up. No?
yeah, it should.
Beautiful. I feel like I'm going to just put it out there, Cheyenne. I feel like it's somewhere in the third to the fourth. So I feel like it's more third quarter-ish. So I'm going to say August. They're telling me August. Oh, okay. You're very welcome, Cheyenne. She's saying thank you.
There you go.
Okay. So I want to come to this gentleman, Adam. Adam. Um, Let me just take a look here for a split second. So the message that I do feel first and foremost, I feel like you're holding on to something that you could have done more for your sister. And I feel like Adam, I see an
Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, he's turning up the volume.
Okay, perfect. Adam. So Adam, if this makes sense to you, because I feel like it's almost like you feel time has lost, you know, and there's this lost time of you feeling that you could have done more. And I feel like your sister wants to say to you that there's nothing that you could have done except did what you did was best to love her. And that was the biggest gift that you have given her. But I feel like you were really a good brother to her. Can you understand this? Can you just type on here for me, please? This is absolutely true. Okay. But so she looks at things as being you being the best of the best. What you feel is a complete different story. So I feel like she's just telling you to let go, and just trust the idea, the understanding that when you did see her, you made her smile, you made her happy. And I feel like it's almost like you made this promise to her. And I feel like this promise, you feel you broke this promise, but you didn't. And I feel like it's two fingers going together. If you can understand this, two fingers, I'm just pointing it out, two fingers or a hand in hand together. And I do see that you looking at her, and I feel like you're just brushing her hair, just putting her hair to the side. I'm possibly even maybe just brushing it, but I just feel like I will say this the best way I can, and I want to be very gentle. It was about accepting her for what she had. And I feel like at times you just didn't know how to deal with it. Can you understand this? Okay. So most importantly is she said to focus on the amount of love. Even if you feel it was this much, a little, she feels it was that much. And that much served her enough to be able to be a big part of you. Beautiful. You did that when she passed. Beautiful. Oh, okay. I feel like this innocence of her mind, and she wasn't able to speak, but I will explain one thing. Telepathically, energetically, she was speaking. So her last words to tell you is how much she loves you. She loves you more than she can ever explain. It's a pure, unconditional love that she is sending from above. But prior to her departing, her last breath, is that's what she wanted you to know. And I feel like she squeezed your hand. That squeezing of the hand was to say, I love you. That was the only way she could tell you how much she loved you and how much she valued you. One thing she is saying is she's very proud of you. She's proud of you. She says, my brother is very strong. My brother is always out there succeeding in what he needs to succeed in. And I feel like there's never an end with you. You always want to continue to keep going and keep going. And she says that it's such a cute thing what she's saying. It's like, I will be there at the finish line with you. So whatever you are currently working on right now, Adam, whatever it is that you're looking to complete and accomplish, I feel like the waiting line, and right at the end, it will be your sister that's going to be cheering you on. Okay. She is also referencing to you covering her. So I feel like there was a blanket that was placed on top of her, or something that was giving her this comfort, just like keeping her warm. That's what she's referencing to. And I feel if somebody still has this blanket. Can you understand about the blanket? Yes. Okay. And would Adam still have this blanket, or mom?
He's typing something.
Okay, I wrapped her. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Adam, for validating. I just feel for you you've done more than you could ever have done. Please know that even the time in between, she said to me and to tell you that there was really no words left unsaid and there was no time left apart. So please, today, moving forward, please release that and let it go. She's at peace and she's resting on the other side. And I feel like honestly, she's like a butterfly. That's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to say a beautiful connect with you would be a beautiful butterfly. And that butterfly will always be her presence coming into your space to let you know that her body is free and her mind is free. And this is how she chooses to come to be a big part of you in the physical world. Something to do with a teddy bear. Was there a teddy bear that was placed with her or a teddy bear that you have of hers? Something of a stuffed animal that belonged to her or you purchased for her. And it's small. I don't feel it's anything big. I feel it's small. Could be like even one of those beanie kind of plush toys. I'm not sure what they're called. Does that make any sense to you? I feel like she's showing something yellow to me, something yellow. And I don't know if that is to do with the actual stuffed animal or something yellow, that maybe yellow was even a favorite color of hers. Does that make sense? Okay. I will tell you, she is with a gentleman on the other side, and I feel like this gentleman is like an uncle. I feel like I keep hearing uncle, or even somebody as close as like a fatherly figure, if you can understand that. So she's very, very happy. She steps forward with him holding his hand, and I feel like this is a really big, beautiful reunion on the other side for her to be. It's almost like free, she says, Rose, free, I'm free. I'm pain free. And if that can, help you to understand something, this will be a big part of you to allow her to fly the way she needs to fly. I will leave you with the message is she's just once again saying to thank you for being, and I feel like this is the big brother. Can you understand it? It's a big brother. Is he the older brother? No, or she's the older sister? Because I'm confused. I feel like she's the older, but there could be another child involved. Is there another child involved, another sibling? Okay. Oh, yellow was her favorite color? Oh. You're going to make me cry today. Oh, yellow was her favorite color? She's the oldest sister. Okay. All right. You know what? I feel like please do this for her at Christmas time in memory of her, for her. Go out and buy flowers, yellow flowers, and just place them on the table and put her picture. And I feel like her picture, actually, you were just recently looking at her picture. She said to me, you were going through something and you were looking through, oh, you're crying. Oh, you're going to make me cry. Can you understand the picture? You were just looking at her picture. Just know she was with you at that moment saying thank you. And she just says to tell you, look how beautiful I was, brother. And I still am beautiful. So please know this. I feel like you held it to your heart. And I feel like you also said sorry to her. She says, that's okay. She says, you don't need to say that. She says, all I want to hear is, I love you from my brother to the other side. She says, I will continue to watch over you and guide you. And I feel like I'm going to be, even because I'm as free as a butterfly, I feel like I'm going to be taking on the role as a guide for him. All right. So I will leave you with that. Much blessings. Thank you, Adam. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much blessings to your beautiful sister on the other side. Thank you. Much blessings to your beautiful sister. Okay, thank you. We're going to go right into another message for June. So I'm going to give that to you, Steve, because that is someone's very close to me. Thank you again, Adam. Much blessings to your sister. Thank you. Okay, for June DeBarrow, what does 2024 have in store for me?
Oh, and are you joining me on this one too?
She's very close. I can, but she's very close to me.
Okay. And it's June, right?
Yeah, June. As I'm shuffling, thank you, Suzanne. She's just saying Merry Christmas to both of us.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I don't see all the comments here, so I think I'm missing some comments on here. What? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So I feel like you know what I'm receiving here? Something to do with, I feel like, a project, a new project coming up. Perhaps something to do with the home, a foundation. So maybe some renovations, if you've been thinking of some renovations, or possibly even thinking of relocating into something new. I do feel there is somewhat of a new beginning coming up, but I feel like this is something that you will be working towards. This is what's showing to me in the part of 2024. And I feel like you're currently going through something right now. And this is to do with a male and you. So I'm going to say it's in the immediate. So what I will say to you is I feel that it's coming to a good end. That means whatever you're going through, and I won't repeat it on here, but whatever you're going through, I feel like there's going to be something that's going to be coming with beautiful answers to understand what's going to be going on in 2024. And I feel like you are going to be the strength to this gentleman, and that's going to be the gentleman in the immediate in your home, and I feel it's to do with your husband. And I will leave it at that. If that makes any sense to you about the upcoming project, the home, something new, if you could just let us know if that makes any sense. And Steve's going to add on to me now at the same time.
Okay, so I pulled 3 cards, and I think, Rose, you were kind of saying something about right now that she's going through something. What I've got is the 2 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in the reverse position. So I feel like there's some kind of unbalance or imbalance going on right now with the King. And the King could be, again, a male figure very close to her, someone who's like impulsive, stubborn. So I'm not sure if that makes sense. And then the next card that came out was the High Priestess, again, all in reversed. So to me, when we got 3 cards in reverse, it really, you have to start to go within yourself and look at what's causing all these issues around you as well. A little bit of, shadow work, maybe something to go along with trying to discover your answers of what's going on. And the reverse meaning of this card is about logic and uncertainty. So I think that stems back to, the imbalance. Yeah, so I think you need to work on something that is to do with the King, unbalanced, and something being stubborn. And I don't know if that resonates with you or not.
I still need for her to reply, but you know what's interesting? And with a reply to me, there's no plans on anything yet, but 2024 is huge. I mean, it's the whole 365. What you are saying, it does resonate with her.
It does.
You know what's interesting though, Steve? I decided just to put the cards out again. The same card came out.
The Knight of Swords.
Sorry, Knight of Swords. And I kind of feel like the way he was facing in a different opposite direction than her. So I feel like there's some kind of imbalance there at this moment.
Yeah.
Even though I feel that she is a strength for this gentleman, I do feel that they're on, it's like opposites right now. That's what I'm feeling. So maybe they're not just seeing the same kind of thoughts, ideas. Perhaps he's being stubborn. He's not listening. Maybe she's doing the same thing. But I do feel that there is some balance needed within the home. That's what I will say.
Yeah.
Okay. If that
Agreed.
makes any sense to you, June, if you could let us know on that.
He is stubborn.
Oh, you know what? The funny part about it, it's almost like I will tell you, this whole new journey that's ahead, it's like walking the unknown, right? And when you're unfamiliar and you're walking in this unknown territory, it's almost like you just have to trust it. But I feel like there is just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between the two, because I feel like one intuitively is seeing something and the other one's like, oh, I don't think so. Just kind of keep going. So I feel like she's more intuitive and really kind of owning in on
Yeah.
what needs to be said, what guidance needs to be brought through. And I feel like he's just kind of like, just, you know what, it doesn't matter. So she's more oh, I got it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So I feel like basically when we look at the Knight of Swords, that means he's not doing the problem solving, she's doing the problem solving. That's what's happening.
And to be quite honest, you nailed it on the head, Rose, because the High Priestess card in the reverse position is about facts.
There we go.
So it seems like, yeah, facts and uncertainty. So she might have facts that she's found out and uncertain about, what's going to happen next. So you nailed it right on the head.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, both collaborated that message together and did well with it, because it's so true. So so it's almost interesting. You know what? Sometimes it's almost like just go outside, take a deep breath of the air, and come back in, and just and kind of feel like that feeling of okay, new. All right, perfect. Thanks, June. I'm glad that resonated for both of us. Thanks, June. So let's just see, because I'm not seeing again any messages on here. So where am I missing all these? Let's take a look. Maybe this is what I need to do. Hold on. Okay. Okay, Charlene. So let's take a look. So I'm going to read this to you. I'm wondering about my youngest son. He switched his plans for Christmas and New Year's. Just the way he did it tells me that there's something wrong with his common law spouse. They had separated and decided to give it another try. Will he be will be with him tomorrow evening until Christmas? Oh, okay.
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 Let's see what's coming up here.
And okay.
Was that clear?
Sorry.
Was that clear?
Yeah. And this is for is it Charlene?
Yeah.
Charlene. Okay. So I've got one card that has popped up, but nothing else is coming.
It's kind of interesting.
Okay.
I feel like did you want to start? Or
Yeah.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And then you can add a layer to that.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I've got the Six of Wands, and it came again in the reverse position. In the upright position, this is about somebody who's looking for recognition and needing recognition in their lives, but it's not that. Okay, so in the reverse position, you're looking at about someone, there's some kind of doubt. Maybe someone's being ignored. The recognition they deserve is not being given to them. Yeah, so from a relationship perspective, there could be someone maybe feeling like they're doing a lot more in the relationship than the other, and they're not being recognized for it. And that could be causing some friction. So I don't know if that's where you're going with this as well, Rose.
You know what? I'm with you on that. And it's interesting that you said that, because what I look at is you have the two people coming back in hopes of fixing this marriage, reconciling, getting back into where they used to be. But I feel like because the moon card is on the right side of the queen, I feel like there's a lot of hidden things going on. So I don't,
A lot of
a
illusions.
lot of illusions, a lot of things that are being kept secretive, quiet. And this is not just to uproar any family. This is simply saying that I don't feel that the truth is coming between the two. And because I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is in the middle of the three cards, I feel like the male, which is the sun, I feel like he's really trying. He's really trying to get this relationship, this marriage to really come together and to also hold on to something. But I feel like when you have this Queen of Pentacles that's coming in very quiet with the moon covering her, I feel like this is something that is not just that illusion, but something black and white. Something is not really sitting and in alignment. I will say that.
Yeah.
So, Charlene, I feel like you have to allow them to go through, the understanding of finding why they came together in the first place. As a mother-in-law towards the daughter, and then of course for your son, you always want to see them happy, but it's always best when one is not happy that they find and they allow the other one to be happy. So that means sometimes it does mean separation. It's unfortunate. Sometimes it does mean divorce. In this case here, I do feel they are trying. So just sit back and allow them to make the choices that they need, and things will unveil. I would say by March, you're going to have the understanding of what's going on between the two of them.
Yeah. And something just popped in my head as you said that. I feel like there's some kind of veil that needs to be lifted between the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So you had mentioned the moon card. The moon card is about illusions. And the card that I had, the Six of Wands up in reverse, is about doubt. So I think they need to be open and honest with each other. Communication could be part of the issue here.
Yes, absolutely. And the insecurities too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of insecurities being, kind of thrown back and forth. And this could be because the time that they were separated, this is in heightened, it's added on more. So I feel like, if they just communicate, like you said, then this is something that they have a chance to kind of get back up and flourish with their marriage. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. I hope that, oh, you're welcome, Charlene. Thank you very much for being a part of us. Thank you. Vilma, it's nice to see you on here. Hello, Vilma. Okay, so is there any message for me and my son? So I feel like everybody is actually, oh wait, let's go with the new beginnings. So let's go with her question on an intuitive part. Is there any new beginnings for me in 2024? Yeah.
And sorry, her name is?
Vilma with a W, with a B, with a V. Oh, my cards just went funny. Hang on 1 second. Sorry about that, everybody. I just dropped all my cards. I think everybody knows me by now. There's always something that's comical. Okay, let's take a look here. You could start if you'd like. It's up to you.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I've got 3 cards that have come up. And I'm just trying to get the message that they're trying to send me. Okay, so I've got 3 cards. The center card is the wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune. So, and it's in, again, that one's in reversed, okay? So what that card is trying to let us know is that there may be some kind of misfortune going on in your life, or you're just in the general vicinity of what's happening with you. I've got the 10 of Wands, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, you're trying to get away from this. You want to leave, you want to escape, you want to find something new. And the next card, I've got the Knight of Wands, again in the reverse position. So I feel like here, the Knight of Wands is a lot of passion, a lot of fire, someone who's taking charge, creative. But in the reverse position, again, you're losing that spark. So there's something around you right now that maybe you want to get away from. It's causing you some kind of distress, and you're being overburdened. And I don't know if that makes any sense.
Okay. Vilma, if you could just type in the chat to acknowledge Steve's message to you, please, and thank you. I will add on while she is typing. I'm sure she's still on. So I do feel right now there was this opportunity that was given to her. So we're talking from the last 6 months, an opportunity given to her. And this I feel like is to do with a male that was given this opportunity. It is to do with something that she does love doing. So I feel like this is not a passion, but it's something that she enjoys doing. She's very good at. But I feel like at the same time, there's something that's kind of surfacing. And it's surfacing, and it's almost like looking at something's not exactly the way she wants it to be. Can you understand that? Okay. And it's interesting because I feel like in this current position, there is some kind of money losses. And I feel like the money loss doesn't mean necessarily maybe, you're spending it in the wrong direction. No, I feel like there's something, maybe you've got it as well. Okay, interesting. So I feel like the money loss is here, and this is something that she's really kind of like trying to figure out. How is money coming in? How is money going out? It's slipping away very quickly. At the same time, it kind of puts a little bit of sadness within her, a little bit of, heaviness to say, what, this hurts. But I feel like you just need to kind of learn to balance, because it's opening up in the next 4 to 6 months. And the 4 to 6 months is opening up the world. Didn't you have the world card?
I had the wheel in the reverse position.
Okay, interesting.
So that's the misfortune.
Interesting. And now this is on the upcoming. So I feel like the world with the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess is going to bring her to something with a new, beautiful opportunity.
Yeah.
So how you're talking about, it was some kind of, I don't want to say your words indirect or incorrectly. Was it grief or something you had said, something to do with what she's feeling?
No, I didn't mention grief. I don't think I mentioned
No,
grief.
I don't think so either, but something in that line of feeling something.
Almost like a despair, like needing to leave the situation she's in.
That's it. Perfect. So this makes sense, because I feel like this position that she's in, so I feel like this opened up, it brought a new platform. You're in it, but now things start to unveil, and you start to see things and have more clarity towards it. But then at the same time, it's almost like maybe transitioning to something on a different level, with a cutback of work too, a cutback of finances, something, because there is a loss here, where do not stress about it. Do not think about it. Just kind of balance it, juggle it. And because there's a new opening of something that you're going to have a great opportunity with. And I feel like, it makes sense, she's saying. And I feel like the world will be opening up to you, but it's almost like this time you're going to be using more your intuition, and you will be having a chance to shine actually with something new. All right. So I'm glad it makes sense, Vilma. Thank you for that. Okay, so it is 9:10, because last time we overdid it. So
yeah,
you know me, you'll have to cut the time whenever you're ready, because if it's me, I would just keep going all night. And I actually have a complete full day tomorrow, full day readings, full day.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's 9:09. Should we cut it off at 9:15?
Sounds good. Okay, we're gonna take
right.
one more. You're welcome, Vilma. You're very welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm sure you can hear Steve too, so thank you. For one thing, I wanted to say to the viewers and the audience is that my apologies, because I'm not getting all the messages. Sometimes they're coming down, but by the time we're doing another message for somebody, they seem to be disappearing on me this time. So please, if we did not get to you, we apologize. We will be back again live. So please don't feel that you're being ignored. And if you have a question, you can always just leave it there, and I can always come back if it's a loved one. And if it's a message for a tarot, or please feel free to put it in the chat, and Steve will also be on there as well. Okay, let's take a look.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm only going to give one word when it comes to a loved one because I'd like to have a last message if anybody wants to know their message for 2024 or something they're currently going through, so we can complete it, Steve, myself, with a message. When it comes to a loved one, I'm going to give you one key word. If it makes sense to you, please put it in the chat, yes or no, because we're going to have to zip through this. So there is a message you're asking, is MJ around? The first thing that I am receiving from her, something to do with a stocking. So I feel like this is maybe perhaps her old stocking or something that maybe has her name on it. Because I see kind of like glitter of something. So I feel like this is something maybe that was taken out, maybe handed down, maybe somebody else is using it, somebody's placed it up. So if you can make sense of a stocking, a Christmas stocking, or perhaps I hope it's not leggings or stockings, because then we're really in trouble. Can you imagine that? Oh, I've got the leggings. So I do feel that this is what she is mentioning to say. And if that makes sense, you could just put yes or no, and that will be more than enough. So I feel like somebody has this stocking. That's what she's telling me. Okay. She's not sure. You better find out then. Because I don't want no call from heaven when I'm sleeping. or I'll call you at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Okay, ask around the house and see if that stocking was brought down. Okay, so thank you very, very much on that. But she is sending you lots of love from the other side. And she says, keep looking at this ring. I don't know why she's saying this. The ring. I have no idea. Thank you. Okay, I'm waiting for more messages for tarots to come down. In the meantime, message from Shrey. Hi, Zena. Let's take a look here. Oh, I keep seeing with Shrey's, it keeps showing me stars like fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. And these fireworks are coming to me where he's celebrating something, and he's going to be celebrating something in the now and the upcoming. And I feel like this is really, really big. So he's saying, Mom, hold on to me in your heart. He says, I know that he goes, every breath that you take, you're actually bringing me in your space everywhere you go. And I feel like what he is saying, that even when you're in the car, and I'm not saying you drive behind the car, the wheel, but I feel like everywhere you are, you're always talking about him. And he's saying that you take him with you all the time. But the main focus is fireworks. Fireworks, that means something is going to really, really, really be big. Something really huge. And I feel like he's going to be there to celebrate that with you and your family. He says to tell you how much he loves you from the other side. And all he keeps saying is the word is fireworks with universe. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene. I saw the message.
Perfect.
Happy holidays to you as well.
Happy holidays. Thank you. And we'll be back in 2024. So Zena, does that make any sense? Thank you so much. You're welcome, Zena. You're welcome. Thank you. Much love to you too, Vilma.
Thank you,
From
Vilma.
both of us. Thank you. So I feel like this whole new Zena's going to have a really, really big upcoming celebration of something just precious, very precious. Okay, so I think we're all complete here. I don't see any.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Zena. Thank you. So I don't see any more messages. Do you? Because I don't.
No.
Okay. All right. So in that case, I think what we would love to say is Merry Christmas to everybody that has been a part of this beautiful group. Oh, Margaret, did you get a message, Margaret? Hang on, maybe I think Margaret. Quickly, Margaret, before we come off, that you'll be the last message. And I'm talking about something guidance. Did you ask one and I missed it? Thank you, Zena. Merry Christmas from the both of us too. Thank you.
Thank you, likewise.
Thank you, Adam. God bless you too, and thank you. Okay, there was a message from Margaret. Okay, Margaret, you're the last one, so say it down, write it down.
Thank you, Alfreda. Same to you.
Thank you, Alfreda. Okay, the last message will be a guidance message. What does 2024 bring in for Margaret? So I'm going to let you take care of that one, and I might just add on to that.
Okay.
Alfreda, I will say in the meantime, while Steve is pulling cards, I feel like your mother is saying to you to rest your mind. I feel like at times that your mind is very, very busy and it's overloaded. She's just saying, don't forget to stop and just take a deep breath and enjoy life and put yourself in a position where you come first. That's what she wants to say. She says to tell you she loves you very much and she's very proud of you. She says you are exactly like her in many, many ways. You work, and you always are a big provider. So she's saying thank you. She loves you. Okay, let's take a look. You are right. Thank you, Alfreda. Thank you.
The message is from Margaret, right?
Yes, and we're ending it off at Margaret. Thank you.
I only have one card so far that's come out.
Interesting. Well, I have a toss-up between this one and that one. Interesting. All right, let's take a look. Much blessings, Alfreda. Okay, so you know what I do see? I see actually a new change for her completely. I feel like right now she's kind of overwhelmed and overwhelmed in a sense where I feel like a lot of could be family, friends are really leaning on her, okay, for a lot of help. And I feel like at times that could be a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time, she stops and she says, you know what, but I want to be here. This is a part of me. So just learn to balance that part, Margaret. At the same time, I feel like there's a little bit of, how can you say, challenges within your thoughts, not challenges, actually incorrect word. I feel like there's a lot of going back and forth in your thoughts as far as a home. So I feel like it's almost like a change of home, a change of home. So I do feel like this is kind of a little bit of a struggle to make a choice of to be or not to be. And that means to be at the home or to shift and actually move. And I feel like this is something that is on the upcoming. And I feel like 2025. So 2025 is where you're going to kind of seek something, a bigger picture of this movement. Because two people are coming as one and making the right choice to say, this is it. It's our time now. So I hope that makes sense, and I'll pass it to you.
Yeah, so I got the Temperance card in reverse. So the Temperance card is in reverse is about conflict and a little bit of instability. So very similar to what you're saying. There's something going on right now. There's some kind of conflict and instability going on in your life. And I think it's going to trickle into 2024. But the key here is to be able to recognize it and to flip this card around to make it look like this, so that you are balanced, you're at peace, you're at harmony. So you need to figure out what's causing all the, conflict, the riffraff going on right now. And I think you probably already know what that is. So you need to be able to deal with it and bring your life back into peace and harmony.
Beautiful. Very, very, and very in sync. When it was reversed, extremely in sync about having this kind of like this confrontation within herself. It's really off balance. So I hope that makes sense to you, Margaret. That means basically, in simple words, if a tarot card could say it, have a glass of wine. That's what I'm going to say. And just relax. So thank you to everybody who joined us. And I want to say thank you to Steve